We're back on Buckeye TV. We've got Julia Glassmacher to tell us more on sports.
Julia, what can we expect from the Buckeyes this weekend?
Well, Micaiah, with the recent win, the Buckeyes are increasing the gap between themselves and their next competitors of the football season. Haley Nelson has a story.
The Ohio State University's football team has just been ranked number 3 in the Associated Press polls after its blowout match against Northwestern with a score of 52-3 on last Friday night. Now, our upcoming game against Wisconsin is supposed to be one of the most anticipated games of the season, although Wisconsin has just got knocked down by their loss on Saturday to Illinois. And that paired with Wisconsin's loss, how do you think that's going to affect the upcoming game this Saturday of OSU versus Wisconsin?
I think that Ohio State is going to probably have to play hard because Wisconsin is going to try to prove themselves back up again, and so it might be a fun game to see.
Okay. How do you think that Ohio State winning their game versus Wisconsin losing their game is going to affect the upcoming game on Saturday?
I think Ohio State has never been a team to rest on its laurels. I think they want to keep that winning streak going. So I think if anything, it's going to really push them to work even harder to continue to bridge that gap between them and other teams and really set themselves up for a really great playoff season and prove that they're a really strong playoff team.
Okay, so then with Ohio State now ranking 3rd rather than 4th overall, do you think they're going to continue to work hard to keep that up or maybe get a little cocky and fall off?
I like to think that they're going to keep working hard, but I think OSU has such a huge reputation that they have the ability to be a little cocky. I think going into this next game, depending on how big the win is, will really determine that further. But I think for right now, they're going to just keep going as they are and keep working hard and keep winning games.
Thank you so much.
James.
It appears hopes are still high for Buckeye fans. With Buckeye TV, I'm Haley Nelson.
There is a debate that is happening within the college sports world when it comes to allowing collegiate athletes to be paid with endorsements. Some people believe that is long overdue, whereas others believe that college athletes get compensated in other ways. Here's Michael Klein with the story.
With the recent law that was passed in California allowing college athletes to make compensation through endorsements, some state lawmakers want to pass a similar bill in Ohio. But how do people feel about that?
Yes, I believe that athletes should be compensated for their work through the collegiate athletic department.
Yeah, because it's like a full-time job for them, so I think they should deserve to get paid for their endorsement.
I understand why some schools want to do that, but I think that they get endorsed enough through scholarships, or like they also get a chance to play on some sports teams. I think it's a privilege for them, so I don't think they need to get endorsed for it, personally.
The NCAA is the biggest opponent to allowing college athletes to make compensation through endorsements. The NCAA has said that it's examining its options but is willing to deny schools the chance to compete in NCAA-sanctioned events if such laws are passed.
I think it's all right for NCAA to pass. I mean, it's their policy, so if schools don't want to act by their policy, then I see why they don't want to let them compete.
I think the NCAA should just be less strict with their with their penalties. So I kind of disagree with that.
It's sort of like a double jeopardy in terms of a school or an athlete being under their law and then being under school laws too.
With the debate continuing to rage on, student athletes continue to play on. I'm Michael Klein with Buckeye TV, signing off.
University opened a new esports arena on the 2nd floor of Lincoln Tower earlier this October. The arena serves as the beginning of a new area of academics and esports and game studies the university plans on implementing in the future. Here's Isra Anwar with the story.
I'm here at OSU's Lincoln Tower, the site of the newly built and highly anticipated esports arena.
I visit usually 2 to 3 times a week, and then usually stay for about an hour or 2. For the esports field, it's really good for our teams because now we have a physical place to practice and actually be able to see each other. In addition, the holistic way that OSU is helping us do it through exercise and mental health and through priority scheduling is also something that's really helpful. I definitely think it was a necessary addition just given how esports is being used today, and it's been helpful for me just to get to know more people and see people that maybe I haven't seen over online. The only negative I can think of is that there will obviously be people who may abuse it and just may not go to class and slip grades, but I think that in general it shouldn't be that big of a problem. The people who that may happen to, I feel like will have to find an escape either way, and this is just an avenue.
I come about once every day, actually. I think it allows people to kind of get out, see more, and it helps people who actually have a bad laptop at home. I'm included in that. I can get out of my studies and just kind of come relax, do something that I like to do. It's got some nice things here for people who can't usually afford this type of thing. I think that it's very tempting to come here instead of study and do stuff that you actually have to get done, but I think that's about it.
With multiple additions Ohio State is making all over campus, trying to cater to all their students' needs, the esports arena looks like it's done its job. I'm Mr. Anwar with BuckeyeTV.
The NBA offseason was full of surprising signings and trades. Now it's time to see how these moves pay off. Here's Trevor with the story.
It's been an eventful 4 months since the Toronto Raptors hoisted up their first ever Larry O'Brien trophy after defeating the Golden State Warriors in the 2019 NBA Finals. Kawhi Leonard signed with the Los Angeles Clippers. Anthony Davis was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant dissed the neighboring Knicks by signing with the Brooklyn Nets. Tonight, the 2019-2020 NBA season begins. I talked to some Ohio State students to see how they think this season will pan out.
Well, I'm expecting the Western Conference to be better than the Eastern Conference again this year. Having teams like the Clippers and the Lakers are just going to be far better than all the Eastern teams.
Honestly, I think this season's going to be fun to watch because it'll be a lot more competitive than recent seasons. A lot of good duos all across the league, so I think it'll be a lot more competitive.
Another big offseason move was Ohio State alum D'Angelo Russell getting traded from the Brooklyn Nets to the Golden State Warriors as a part of a sign-and-trade deal for Durant.
He definitely isn't necessarily the prototypical guard that you would see on a Warriors team, since he does kind of dominate the ball a lot. So it'll be interesting to see if he starts controlling the ball and Steph kind of assumes that Clay role a little bit more, coming off the screens and just shooting a little bit more.
I think D'Angelo's going to flourish there, really. Playing along Steph Curry, I mean, that's only going to help his career. Also, they don't have the stars they did last year, obviously Kevin Durant leaving, so that gives them a bigger opportunity to play a bigger role.
With several teams believing they have a real chance at winning the title this year, this season is bound to be a slam dunk. For BuckeyeTV, I'm Trevor Simpson.
After the break, a local community arts nonprofit is expanding to a second location. BuckeyeTV reporter Maddie Cope provides us with the details next.